Hello, YouTube world. It's been a minute, you guys. Sorry for the delay on getting the content up and out. I'm still trying to figure out what direction to take this channel to, and I've been researching, just watching, paying attention to the algorithm and all the other things that are going on. The scamdemic, the Ukraine, African versus African. There's a lot going on. There's so many distractions, but there's only one that's got my attention. And that's the one against Aboriginal women, especially the Aboriginal American woman. And just to clear things up, with when I say Aboriginal, I mean black, because that's what an Aboriginal is, a dark skinned person. So let's just get that out the way. If you can agree, disagree, don't matter. History backs it up, so do what you want to do. Do your research, that's what you can do. And see for yourself. So back to the Aboriginal woman in need of protection from her own community. There's a lot going on out there in the manosphere, I guess you could say it. And I know how I look, and my preference for dating is black women or the Aboriginal woman, because that's just me. I like those who look like me. It ain't that I ain't never dated outside my race. I have been there, done that. It's whatever. But there's no place like home. And there's a difference, between the understandings of each culture. So I get along with my own more, even though, yeah, there are some sisters out there that are questionable. Okay, but aren't we all? Don't we have our all have our own things that people can't deal with? Isn't there things about yourself you can't deal with? So that's what I'm noticing in this whole manosphere thing. These men, particularly the Aboriginal male, thinking they are gods and calling themselves all these different names. And I guess maybe they choose to ignore history, or they don't really recall history. Many of them don't read, can't read, and wouldn't like what they read if they could. And if they could, they most likely won't comprehend it. So let's just say, I'm just gonna say this for my sisters out there, man. I've been on a lot of channels. Um, I don't always agree with some things that I see on some channels. Anytime there's a chance to do better or find new ideas to do better. What I've noticed in our community is that instead of looking for positive solutions, we look at ways to make the solution worse. We make fun of it, we downplay it, we talk crap about the person who comes off different from what we feel, should be the standard for uh, men and this, that, and the other. I've noticed the difference between men and males. Males never grow up to become men. Men are happy to provide. Men want to go out there and work. They live by the title that they've placed on themselves as the provider. Okay, and that's fine as long as they're doing the work and they're not hurting the woman. Because let's think about this here: women are responsible for existence, the gatekeepers of this world. In all species, the woman carries the heaviest of all burdens. You see what I mean? Because men don't realize when their mothers are carrying them, it's not that little tiny sack that they're in is their protector and it's providing. No, that sack, first off, is created by her. And every bit of nutrients, every bit of knowledge, love, whatever the mother is feeling, goes into that child. Her hair, nails, cells, her own skin goes into creating this being. And I can understand the jealousy. That's phenomenal. Who wouldn't, in their right mind, think that that was something to be downplayed? Yet it is. Women are the most powerful people on the planet simply because of the fact that every human being is not the vessel. You're not a vessel. You are in the vessel. You're the consciousness. Like right now, I am speaking through this vessel. The vessel is literally my soundboard to communication. You know what I'm saying? And it speaks in a lot of different ways, So me being a conscious mindset, the conscious energy, using this temporary shell, okay, this beautifully organic, couldn't be made by a human being outside of a woman, you know, shell. This is an amazing body. And I got this body because I had to come through another vessel. The body of a woman is also a vessel of creation. So when a woman is bringing a life from a consciousness, literally, it's what it is. She's bringing this consciousness from who knows where. Because, man, we don't all come from heaven. I don't know why people think that. We don't. Not everybody. And if you do come from heaven, it's not the same heaven. It's not just a tear here and there. Man, it's vast. Beyond vast. So vast. You would have to be able to fathom the limitless power of the creator, the goddess, if you will, considering the fact that she's 10%. Well, no, take that back. That's the masculine. 10% divinity is just a small portion of who she is, being that she is 90% divine feminine. So who's the most high? 10% of 90 is not that big of a number. It's only 10%. It's not even 12%. It's not 11%. Hell, it's not even 30 or 40%. It's only 10, which is where you get your masculine. So if you think about it this way, if I'm a creator and I'm whole, I'm 100% of myself, and I decide, well, let's see what would happen if I just took a little portion of my consciousness and put it in another vessel. And because it's only a small portion, it can only be a small portion of me. So it would be a lesser version of myself. That's literally what a man is a lesser version of a woman. Okay? When you think about the Y and X chromosome, if you pay very close attention to the womb and the the phallus of a man, it represents those chromosomes, because the X chromosome is strictly as above, so below, but it's literally the womb where the baby will, where the vessel is forming, and then the open exit of the vagina where the baby comes out. That is an X situation, if you see what I'm saying here. That's an X situation. Now, when you think of the male, you have just your stomach, bro. It's just your bladder region. That's it. That would be that X, that first part, that up part. But then you have that Y part, which is closed. It's literally a closed womb. You have no womb. You have nothing really of life-giving value. Mostly what you carry that you call your little seed, your little seed thing. It's not a seed, son. It's a key. That's why y'all talking about keys and locks and stuff don't even understand the whole analogy of it all. That key is coded with your DNA. And sometimes the key works, sometimes it don't, because it's not supposed to. If the life is not supposed to come between you and this woman, if your seed isn't supposed to come through this vessel, it's not going to come through this vessel. But then again, there's a lot more going on in the cosmos that we know about. So a lot of demons are being born alongside angels. That's really what's happening. Demons have found a way to enter this world the same way the angels have, which is why people like moi are here. Now, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm on a council that didn't want me to come out here because we don't get involved in these things. I'm not normally someone that does get involved with, other creators' creations. Yeah, there's multiple creations. The whole purpose of creation is creation. That's the purpose of life, to create. And men, mostly the masculine entity, if you see it as an experiment type situation, is a very destructive nature by itself. It demonizes a part of itself. It hates a part of itself, and that part that it hates is the divine feminine within itself. So when men are walking around calling women all these things, it's just self-hate of what they can't be. Can't be the woman. Bro, you can't be the woman. And this is not for a transgender to come in and say your little spills. I'm part of the LGBTQ, baby. You don't have no You ain't in this right here. Okay, even if these men are attacking you or whatever, they're attacking the woman. I've yet to see a transgender male get attacked by another male. And I don't want to. I don't want to see anyone attacking anyone. I mean, for real, this is the whole reason for this video. I'm tired of seeing people getting hurt over some stupid stuff. But the Aboriginal woman is taking enough from everybody, considering we are the progenitors, we are the original goddesses, we are the goddesses. Now, I don't care if you like it or not. That's just the way it is. Creation created us, and we created everything else. Here, Gaia, or whatever name this realm, this planet, this living source that you are all taking for granted, isn't dead. She doesn't sleep. She's living. Okay, we are experiencing her, this beautiful goddess, and yet we can't even come along and appreciate that. We don't celebrate Gaia. We don't celebrate the land we live on. We till it, we tear it up, we use bombs, and that's that destructive nature of man. And that's not men that would do such a thing. These are males in high order, high position. They're just males, children who can never grow up, mad because there's things that they want they can't have. They were not meant to be creators, and they ain't happy about it. You really are so arrogant that you think that you can just come into the cosmos and destroy the cosmos. You don't have half of what it takes to even achieve such a thing. You'd have to be a woman. You'd have to be actually balanced to do such a thing. And because you're too busy trying to destroy and not create, you won't reach it, because you don't know what love is. You do not lead in love. You lead in ego, and ego is fear. Ego is afraid. You can call it low level, whatever, but the ego is afraid of what it can't have and what it can't be. And it can be healed. Yeah, you can heal the ego. Me and my ego get along fine. It cries, it gets angry, and I come in and I nurture it, because that's what I'm supposed to do. My ego is just an extension of all the pains and traumas that I've received growing up in this world, received and gave out. I mean, I'm not devoid of making mistakes just because I come from someplace far, far away. I'm just experiencing this all here, and I'm ready to just ready to ride for the sisters, because sisters out there, and that is the LGBTQ sisters too, we got to deal with these these struggle bandits, these 3 trash bag, carrying dusties out here, man. It don't matter if you're a woman, they coming for you, bro, for real. They don't care. They think they're owed something. First off, you made this mess. You created this mess. The so-called black man created all the troubles that we see. And how is that on black men's back? Well, beforehand, it was a matriarchy. And they were created as helpmates. They were just supposed to help out. They weren't supposed to be in positions of power, and that's what made them mad. They had no magic. They had nothing. Someone taught someone something they shouldn't have taught them, and those that weren't taught found a way to strategically overpower the goddesses, because the goddesses trust their creation, because the goddesses trust herself. Her creation is a part of her, so she feels like she can trust herself, and experiment gone wrong. When you can't trust yourself, you can't trust that which you created. And men cannot be trusted. Males, actually. You can trust a man. You can't trust a male. Ain't no way in the world you're going to be able to trust a male. Males are unreliable. They're children in grown-up bodies, but they are not mature in the mind. As a conscious creature, it isn't very mature. So you can't really trust them. And I'm going to say this for my sisters, man. This channel is going to be about healing for you guys. I'm going to share my stories with you and hope that some of you, because there are a lot of sisters out here being made fun of on these platforms, man, and they just because it's low self-esteem. Y'all are powerful if you just let yourself be. I know what it's like to be scared of being powerful. I'm very powerful, very powerful. And it's not bragging rights. It's part of who and what I am. I'm just aware of me. And once you become aware of you and you wear it right, don't go getting into the ego of these men. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we roll. We don't roll like that. That's why we all messed up, because we trying to follow these. They stole the kingdom. They destroyed the kingdom, and they are hell bent, hell set on keeping it that way. They want destruction. Step away from them. And all my LGBT, my sisters, if you identify as a stud, understand something, man. You can walk within your masculine. Go ahead, do that. I play ball, y'all. That's my shit. You know, but I'm still a woman. I'm still feminine. I still have all my parts. I don't want to change who I am or what I am. I love women. That's just what it is. I mean, but I'm not going to get with a woman to act like a man to. I'm not gay to hurt my sisters. I'm not. So you could dress how you want, but don't be hurting the sisters, man. Don't do that. You want to outdo the man. You want to beat the man, be better than the man. Be the woman within. It don't mean you got to go put on no dress. There are gay men out there walking around with muscles, and we know you see them at the gym. Come on, man. Advertising all the time for both men and women. They don't care. So you can still walk within that and not. If you got that kind of aggression in you, you angry about something. You need to check that ego, man. Ain't nothing wrong with checking the ego. It don't make you weak. Weak is when you start acting out and acting crazy. And for the spiritual community, it's okay to be angry. It's okay. Get angry. You can shout, scream, yell, but don't go shooting at people because you mad. That's not anger. That's a choice to be destructive and take lives, which I would not suggest. Because lives are not yours to take. Even if you are a giver of life, it's not yours to take. They are here for a purpose. They are here for a reason. We are here with a purpose and with a reason. And anyone who takes a life, there's hell to pay. There are demons in hell who don't want to leave hell because they love what they do. Y'all think all the demons trying to escape hell? Nah, those are escapees. They're outlaws. They're the ones that they're waiting on, because there's a whole lot they got coming for y'all. Seriously, they can't wait for y'all to return. But yeah, there's a place where demons go to be tormented by what we would call demons, but they're actually, check this out, angels, because they work for the kingdoms of the heavens, the multiple heavens, and there are different kinds and different ways, and we know the smaller spectrum, but it's much bigger than that, because they needed to be created because of creatures like the manosphere. This isn't just an earth situation, a Kai situation, a serious situation. This is a universal situation. Go watch Star Wars, man. That shit ain't fake. That's real. Galactic war. First war to ever land here, though, in this world, in this realm, started off with the gender wars, because it was the only way that the entity that interfered here could prosper, running from where they came from. That's why they don't like the sun. That, it's a whole bunch of different ones out here. Some don't care about the sun. Some feeding off your energy. You got these energy vampires feeding you off fear tactics. The pandemic and all that type of stuff. That's all fear tactic stuff, man, for real. That's just to harvest your energy, because they're running out of power, because we have returned. Yeah, like I said, I'm not supposed to be here, so yeah, I'm not something that they expected to even show up. Like, I was advised not to come. I've met people who remember, to a degree, their origin story of how they would approach this world, how they would come into this world, and the majority were asked, and their whole collective was like, they were the first of all of their people to say, yeah, I'll do it. Y'all some cowards. They didn't say that, but they was like, yeah, I'll do it. And most of them were young, very young kids in their realms. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go. Some were tricked. They didn't know what they was doing. But those who knew, when they were asked, would y'all go down there? And they were like, I don't know about that. Y'all gonna go down there? I don't know. I don't want to go down there, man. Some of them didn't even decide. Some decided, no, I'm not going. No. That's like asking somebody if they want to go sit in prison for the rest of their life. No. No compensation and nothing like that. No, I'm not going. But there were those of us who chose to come out here. I'm here on behalf of my sisters. That's it. I'm here for Gaia. She was so beautiful before, and she ain't dead, dude. Don't get it twisted. All those things you think are myths, they're not. If a demon can exist, and that is the most disgusting of all life forms, and I literally mean that disgusting because that's what you are. You have no love in you. You're devoid of love, therefore you are an incomplete entity. You're incomplete. You're straight up 110%. You will only operate in that 10. Or whatever it is that you come from that is even less than 10. Out of 5, 2, 3, 1. You have no business here destroying the growth of new souls. Destroying the growth of new souls to serve. You are not meant to be served. You are meant to serve. That's what you're meant to do. Just because you don't want to don't mean that, you know what, since you don't want to serve, you are literally saying, I don't want any responsibilities to making a better creation. I don't want to create anything greater. I'm not going to do anything to make things greater. I'm going to do something. You make the choice to do things worse. And then I'm going to say, this is the last time there will ever be a meeting on whether or not to keep you in existence. I'm not a council member, dude. But I've been with the council of the heavens. I sit with them. I can choose whether or not I want to be a part of them. They don't have any say over me as long as I'm not doing anything outside of the rules of natural law. And I don't. I'm not here to cause war. I'm actually here to put an end to it, to help the divine feminines of this realm and all other realms. This is a worldwide situation, but we're focusing on my home temporarily. Kind of like this world is like an apartment. like literally it's just temporary. I'm not here forever. I'm just here to enjoy all that Gaia is, but I can't do that with these incels and these just sick-minded creatures running around the world. So we're gonna change the nature of this channel. I'm gonna be changing the name of this channel. I still haven't figured out what I want to call it, but right now we're sticking with the African oneness, and that's just code. Like they speak code, so it's just code. It doesn't mean that I think I'm from Africa. Africans ain't even African, so ask an African elder who's never seen the internet. Ask them about Africa. Get some knowledge, man. That's another thing. Before I go, people in the Aboriginal community, stop thinking that it's a good thing to make fun of education. That shows a lack of, that's just stupidity and a praising of stupidity. And then you wonder why nobody takes you seriously. You don't take yourself seriously. How is somebody going to take you seriously? Stop chasing after love. You can't find it because you're not looking in the right place. It's inside you. You want to find God? Go within. Because God lives within you. The goddess is within you. Seek her first. I mean, for real, find her. The Bible taught me one thing, and it was the most important thing that I ever found. It saved me. Don't put thy faith in man. Don't trust them. They can't be trusted. They're flawed. God is limitless. Who are they to put limits on what God is? God told you not to trust him. Why are you trusting him? I'm going to leave it there. God told you not to trust man. Put it in the book. Don't trust them. They'll tell you to your face, God told you not to trust. It's like a scam artist telling you, yeah, I'm going to scam you, man. Give me the money. You ain't getting nothing from me. I'm going to take that money. I'm going to run. You ain't getting nothing back. And don't be mad because I'm telling you right now, I can't be trusted. I cannot. It is said right here, is written right here that I cannot be trusted, baby. You can't trust me. So if you trust me, you get what you get. I ain't responsible at that point. You knew walking in what it was going to be. You knew what this was. They're narcissistic and not to be trusted. God is love. God is not a narcissist, which is why the talk to remove them permanently from existence is on the table of a greater council. They've taken out council members of heaven. You playing the wrong game. Creators can undo. It's called balance. And when balance is out of whack, we come in to fix it. Now, we're just here to help the humans. But if you don't want the help, sit down, because there's others that do. Others that are willing to protect their children. Purpose of creation is creation, and creation will continue whether anyone likes it or not, no matter what realm you're from, no matter how deep in the ocean, how deep in the pits of hell. Creation is going to keep happening, and soon there won't be a need for hell. And those creators, those well, they're not really creators, they're just like guards and, keepers of the damned. uh, they'll move up in stature. They'll be given an opportunity to create if they want it. If not, they're just going to do their own thing. They're not destructive. They don't come out to destroy. They're there to cleanse, if you will, the conscience. Soon we won't need them. Think about that if you enjoy this planet. Think about that if you enjoy running around in the astral, in the ether. You need to think about what it would be like if you couldn't do none of that. Couldn't attack, just didn't exist at all. But women will. So with that being said, you guys, wish you all safety, man. Yo, taser, your stun gun, your mace. Keep something concealed. Brass knuckles. I don't care what your claws. I mean, walk around with some little claws on your fingers, man. I mean, for real. Make weapons. I don't care. Stay protected, sister. Stop leaving by yourself. Don't ever walk anywhere alone. It is not safe. You are at war. You're at war. Deal with that, because that's what this is. When you come to terms with that, you'll protect yourself. Trust me. All you sisters out there that are, MMA fighters, teach these women to protect themselves. You don't trust men. We need you. That's what you can do for your community. I don't care what race you are, especially if you a sister and you got that boxing and you got that MMA skills. You better get out here and open a gym for women. Let that be your thing, because you a warrior. Teach these warriors to be warriors, because you got it. You the most dangerous woman these men can't stand. I love you for it. Peace to all my sisters out there, to all my gay men who love the sisterhood. You part of the sisterhood. Y'all been great allies and riding with us, and we gonna ride for you. Keep a heads up, because there's gonna be more of this coming. Thank y'all, and it's time to get serious on some shit. Love you. Take care.